Good morning, everybody. Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas. I've got a real interesting little video here today about what I titled here was "Message from Mike Lawhon's son, Ethan." Okay, and so Mike Lawhon's the previous owner of my home. He died right before I got here. 27 years old. I believe he was murdered here and taken to Fort Worth. And I get a message from his son, who was a little boy when he got killed, and then there's a brother too, Ezekiel and Ethan, and it was Ethan that contacted me here. Here's the print screen, and Ethan said he isn't suspected of being murdered there. Quit spewing lies. And I wrote, Ethan, I was called a liar after I started reporting people in the attic, but then I documented 50 other homeowners reporting people in the attic, with more than a dozen in Midland. One of them was the home where his dad died at. These unique crimes have been hidden from the public by our police and press, etc., etc., etc. I put a print screen in here of the obituary for Mike Lawhon, his dad, and then I showed where the Odessa American posted 2 death notices for him. One said he died in Fort Worth. 4 days later, they posted a second one, changed the location of death, said he died at his residence, which is his home in Midland. Unheard of. Ethan says, look, buddy, Mike is my dad. You cannot tell me where he died or how I was there as a little bitty kid that was being lied to. I lived it, not you. I'm very sorry that you believe in this, but you're wrong. There are resources out there to help. And that's an insinuation of my mental health, and that's the lies spread, the life-destroying lies that were spread to cover up the many crimes and murders at my home, including his dad. Please refrain from speaking false allegations using his name on public forums, And I wrote back and said, Ethan, I said, watch the fact-filled videos and you'll see why so many people believe that Mike was one of the 4 people that Aaron Packerhofer said had been murdered, died here at this house. This isn't hard to figure out, I'm trying to be nice to Ethan because, I feel sorry for him. There's no doubt in my mind he was lied to, and I figure his mom lied to him and others. Message from Mike Lawhon's son. This is the story. I said, Ethan Lawhon wrote on my Facebook page recently. He's the son of Mike Lawhon, the previous owner of my home that died on October 12, 2008, right before I transferred to town and bought this home. In fact, I was told I was chosen to buy this home, and Sarah Lawhon, Mike's widow, and Ethan's mom dropped the price on an amazing $35,000 and offered this home to me. Okay, I've long suspected that she knows something about this rigged home, and thus she knows a lie was told about what really happened to Mike. Okay, so then that's telling me that they chose me, right, to buy this home, which means that they chose for Mike to die. That's the reason I bought the home. I'd already turned down the offer and walked away. Then Mike died, and the widow dropped the price. It looks like Ethan has been lied to about what really happened with his dad. He should be fighting mad, and I don't blame him. That's his dad, and he has the right to the truth about what happened. That is how I feel about being lied to about what happened when my mom died. Based on evidence that I've collected, I'm convinced that Mike was killed here and then taken to his mom's house in Fort Worth. In fact, a former neighbor, Marilyn Dlugi, told me twice that Mike died here, and she also said that somebody else died here before him. His death certificate says he died in Fort Worth. Marilyn's story is corroborated by Aaron Packerhofer, who told me that 4 people had been murdered, died here before the murder attempt on my life. 4 people. Never been investigated. The police know all about it. I tried to get the police reports for when Mike died and was denied access to them by the city of Midland and Texas Attorney General Greg Paxton. Let that sink in. Police reports for my own home. The fact that they're hiding police reports from me from my own home seems to indicate they will help prove that Mike Lawhon had died here, just like Marilyn said. The city of Midland and Texas Attorney General Greg Paxton know it, and they're covering up his murder. I also believe the timing of Mike's death is a factor, since he died the week before the 2008 oil show was going to start, and the parties were going to be held in his secret underground home in his backyard. Had anybody told Ethan that the Odessa American posted 2 death notices for his dad, with the first one saying he died in Fort Worth and the second one that changed the location of death saying he died at his residence? That confirmed what Marilyn told me. Excuse me. I wondered if Ethan knew that Mike Lawhon was telling his friends about the repeated break-ins to this house before he died, and I was reporting the same crimes when I was shot with my phone lines cut. I wonder if Ethan knows there's proof that the back door was kicked in sometime during the month that Mike died. Was Ethan told that his Aunt Susan McGain had called me and told me that his Uncle Brian Tennis was a big Kansas City Chiefs fan after I found a Kansas City Chiefs cap under the cabinet from where I shot? Did Ethan know that Jerry Patty, the late Jerry Patty, told me that she found Brian Tennis's phone number on dirty cop Rosie Rodriguez's phone? Jerry was a hacker. Did Ethan know that his uncle Brian Tennis said he got in a confrontation with Mike Lawhon, with a gun involved? There seems to be a lot of facts that were hidden from Ethan concerning the death of his dad. And I know there are police that know the truth about the tunnels and underground homes, starting with police officers Matt Davis, Tony Dickey, Greg Chatwell, Kenny Angel, and Dylan Hale, but also John Woodward, Marty Barrett, Rosie Rodriguez, and April Chandler. I had hoped one of these police would try to do the right thing and tell the truth. Sadly, that did never happen. I just wanted y'all to see that. There's the puppy dog. That's why I've been so busy. I hadn't made a lot of videos. This puppy's not mine. That's a sister, and it's available for adoption. This buddy, Midland, Texas, says, y'all pray about this. Pray for Ethan, and that the truth is revealed to him about what really happened to his dad.